All right, guys, here's a question for you. Think this over. Here's a question for you. Are Colby Covington, George Masvidal, and Nate Diaz, are they making the same mistake? Which is, I am in high demand, I'm a high-priced marquee guy, but I'm taking my product off the store shelves. I'm not going out there, I'm a top guy in the world, one of the biggest draws. Dana will answer my phone call if I call him right now. Okay, good sign that you're in a good spot. Are they all making the same mistake? Which is holding out, waiting for something to come along that's absolutely perfect. And guys, in life, that perfect shot never comes. It just doesn't come. And when you do look at that, and it would appear that, yeah, you know what? They are all doing the same thing. And if their way of going about getting something is by not doing it, you see where that becomes a problem. I do not know what Colby wants, but whatever he wants, he's not getting, so he's not out there competing. And the same goes right on down the list, right? But one of these guys, aside from, they're all making the same mistake, but one of them's going to come out smelling like roses. That's just the reality of it. For one of these guys, they're going to fall into something that's going to look beautiful, and two of them are going to be left out. And these aren't the only guys. I could make another whiteboard about this at 155 pounds. And between Oliveira, Chandler, and Gaethje, one of those guys, something great's going to happen to him, and the other two are going to be left out. And I only bring it to you because it just strikes me as a very risky game to play, and I don't know what the end game is. I just don't know what it is. Colby apparently has been offered Masvidal and accepted the fight. Masvidal wants to fight Usman in a rematch, and by the way, Usman told him that he would do the fight. Nate seems to have some kind of heat right now with Poirier, but Poirier's down at 155 and isn't coming up to 170 because Poirier's got business with Conor, right? I mean, it's one of these things, not to mention Nate has business with Conor as well, but it looks as though Poirier's light is shining a little bit brighter on that, and Nate hasn't given his fans a clear direction. I mean, Nate was very clear for a while that it was going to be Masvidal, and there was a lot of talk going that way, including by Masvidal. Masvidal's like, yeah, man, there was 2 more rounds left. Nate's not wrong to not like that the doctor stopped it. Nate gave me a chance. I'll give him a chance. I mean, these guys seem to have everything worked out, but it didn't happen. And then Masvidal gets pulled into the Usman fight. Now, that's the exact example that I'm speaking about here. While everybody is sitting around making the same mistake, Masvidal finds himself fighting for the world championship on Fight Island. Comes out looking like the smartest guy in the room. So it's one of these things where something's going to work out here for one of them, but 2 of them are going to be jammed up. I'm speaking to you from this perspective as a retired fighter. I got so many regrets in my own career. But staying busy wasn't one of them. I just don't regret that. I think some of these other guys will. Some of these guys that are diehard competitors, they really want to compete. It's true. But then they kind of learn the business side. And they kind of learn how the contract works. And they kind of started looking at the rankings. And then they kind of started getting influenced by somebody else. But something stopped them from doing what it is they want to do, which is compete. And I will just share with you, you only have so many times to make that walk. All of your memories in this sport are going to come from making that walk or a derivative thereof. The training camp for that, the weight cut for that, the travel, the after party with your team. I want to give one of those memories back. And I had fun that I never should have been there. I knew when my music hit those speakers, I should not be here. You know what? I still don't regret it. I don't mean to talk about me as much as just to personalize the statement of where this is coming from. This isn't coming from a fan that wants to see 3 of his favorite guys in action. It's coming from a former performer who understood what people talk about the window, right? Everybody that gets done fighting will come and talk to the next generations about the window, and you only have so much time, and you don't know when that window is going to shut. You're one illness or injury away from being done at all times as it is. But there's a reason that every single 100% of former athletes will come out with this same message. Not one that they were doing during their career or prior to their career. It's only after their career. The reason is it's true. There's no other reason that we talk about this window other than it's true. To do our absolute best to make sure that the next generation understands these moments are rare. You don't have to do this. You get to do this. If you ever start looking about it wrong, that's where the resentment comes in. That's where you start getting hard feelings. Guys, if what you were asking for, okay, I don't know what's going on here, in all fairness. I just talked to Colby. I never ask him his business. Never. And he'd tell me. I just don't. I don't cross that line with him. I don't know about Masvidal's. I just talked to Nate. Just hung up the phone with Nate. I don't ask him about his business. I just don't cross those lines. I don't know what it is these three guys are after. I don't know. It would appear that they're after the wrong thing, though, or they would have gotten it. I mean, it would appear whatever they're asking for, that it's so clear in their mind. If we just do this, if this just comes around and everything's going to work out, and you guys are going to prosper from it just by giving me what. If it were true, it would have happened. Right? I mean, there's no better sign that you're going in the wrong direction as clear as when you don't get it. That's really okay. Something that I'm doing here was off. Whatever bluff or whatever play I made or whatever gamesmanship I did, somewhere it was off. Or it would have happened. Right? So many guys will come to the table and they'll tell the person across from them, this is a great deal for you. Everything's going to be great for you. Well, that guy on the other side of the table would accept it if it was. And maybe he wouldn't do it right away. Maybe he's going to posture a little bit back. But over a period of time, it's going to happen if it should happen, if it makes sense to happen. I only bring that to you because something is going on here. Something is amiss. It hasn't become public. It's been very private. I don't know what's going on. But I got three of my favorite fighters. Ready, healthy, in the USADA pool. One of them in training camp right now. I don't have a date marked on my calendar. As a fan, I don't have a date marked on my calendar. I'd like that to change. Something else needs, on their side of it, to be re-examined, re-looked at, and changed.